Hey everybody, Brian, motorcycleswapandSell.com. Hey, I'm coming at you today going over a product review. Our first one, we're going over the Harley-Davidson Capstone helmet. It's also the HJC IS Max 2. I have some notes off to the side, so if I look over, I'm referring back to some notes. So this is my own personal helmet. And I really like it and I wanted to go over a review. So stay tuned. We're gonna go over some cool stuff with the helmet and some money saving tips. So hold on, here we go. All right, we're back. So here's the helmet. I really like it a lot. Some really brief specs on it. This helmet, I believe goes up to 5 extra large, maybe 6. You'd have to double check with the your manufacturer where you plan on buying it. Mine is a 5X. I never knew I needed a 5X helmet until I was actually sized appropriately. So if you're curious, go over to your local motorcycle shop. I went to my friends over at Harley-Davidson and they really hooked me up. The big part about like fitting yourself for a helmet, now, I'm no helmet specialist, but from what I experienced when I went through mine is you don't want your cheeks to be smushed. And I guess you want to be able to just barely move like this, the skin on your forehead. They'll size you up. I don't want to give you any wrong information, but it's way more comfortable. Like I was running 2X, 3X helmets for a while. I have a carbon fiber 3X helmet that I was running, non-modular, and it's like night and day. It really is. You can actually feel the air going around your head. It's really, really cool. So to the helmet, like mine is the Harley-Davidson helmet, and I'll explain the difference between the HJC Max 2, IS Max 2, and the Harley-Davidson Capstone. As you can see, mine has a little bit of bugs and stuff on it because I've actually used it. And I have my Cena. I use the 30K headset with me and all my friends. So stay tuned for a review on the 30K. This is really, really cool technology. But so just some quick overview. It comes in at just under 4 pounds for this size of the helmet. And the screen that came with it, this is the clear screen that came with the helmet, is 95% according to the manufacturer UV protection, which is pretty cool. So a quick tip with the UV protection, a lot of people, and this is what I'm no specialist with like coatings and screens and how to keep them, prevent them. But what I've been told is that if you use Windex or another like ammonia or alcohol-based cleaner on these screens, you can actually take the coating off of them. So what I've been doing with mine personally is I've been using like hot water or warm water, not like hot water. But if I'm out riding and I got a bunch of bugs on it, I'll just go to the bathroom and get a hot paper towel and wipe it off and just smear all the bug stuff off of it. But you can see against the edge of the light, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but it's got like a sheen on the lens. And yeah, it's still there. And I looked at my other helmet, and I've used Windex and stuff on that, and it is not. So for me, that's validity that it works. So I'm going to go over like what I bought for my helmet and my setup and all of the stuff that I have on my helmet and what I use personally. And I'm not endorsed by anybody, or this is just me. I'm going to link everything in the description. So if you want to run the same setup I have, you can buy it right online. So my helmet's a Harley-Davidson helmet. At the time of this video, which is holiday season 2018, the helmet is still for sale. And I have it up on the computer over here, $250. And that's before tax. It's all depending on local availability and what have you. Now, the price saving aspect of this thing And I know my Harley buddies are going to cringe, but the same helmet without it saying Harley-Davidson right here and having a bar and shield on your forehead is going to be with Amazon, it's $197. So if it's worth having the Harley stuff on there, that's for you. If you want to buy it for $50 cheaper, whatever, it's up to you. As far as ratings, right now, as of today, Harley-Davidson's website has a 4 out of 5 star rating with 65 reviews, and over on Amazon, 196 reviews. That's a lot. That has 4.5 stars. So it's got really good reviews. I can't argue. It's really comfortable. I really enjoy it. So, all right, down to the nitty gritty. Red button on the chin. Grab it. It pulls. Let me see if I can get it here. It pulls like towards away from you, and the front of the helmet opens right up. So as you can see, I have my mic for my helmet. Goes right in there. It's really comfortable. And yeah, I really like the fact that it's got non-plastic hardware. So if you can see, there's metal here. There's metal here. I'm not into like the plastic retention stuff, especially for a modular. If I can get some metal in there, it makes me feel comfortable, I guess. On the top, there's a vent to circulate air through the top of your head. And obviously there's a chin vent for the front of your helmet. And then on the back, there's some really cool exhaust ports through the top and the back of the helmet. And this is really cool because as you're going through the air with the helmet, it creates negative pressure behind the helmet. And so it's going to help draw out the moisture that comes, around your head as you're riding, and helps pull it out. So as the fresh air comes in, it's just like a breath of cool air over your head. That's actually really, really comfortable. I like it. And then the other really cool feature is it has a built-in visor. So you can look like a fighter pilot going down the road. It's really cool. It works really well. It's a 3-position. So there's 1 position there, 2 position, and then a 3 position. Okay. So nothing, first click, second click. So there's not much between the 2 clicks, but it's literally the difference of it sitting like on your cheek, like right above your cheek, or there's some extra room. That sounds kind of stupid, but if you're riding with a bunch of your friends, you're going to find yourself on the first click, especially with like these Cena headsets, because you're going to be laughing a lot. And, as you're smiling and whatnot, your cheeks start pushing on the visor. So I've always found that I'm a happy kind of person. So we joke around a lot on the road, but we're paying attention too. So don't get me wrong. I don't want people flipping out there. So the other part of my helmet personally that I did was I purchased the smoked windshield, and this is the actual package of the windshield I bought. I'll put the link in the description. And it's the part number is the HJ17 Shield Dark Smoke. So that's what's on here. It's a dark smoke visor, and then I have the clear. Okay. So some of you are probably wondering, and I know I was really wondering when I first got my helmet, is I'm like I like the way this looks with the dark smoke. I really do. I think it's cool. My bike is all blacked out, so having the black visor, just everything that's pretty cool. All right. So at night, I've ridden this home with the dark smoke visor, and you can actually see a lot more than what you would expect. Some people are like, oh, you're not going to be able to see anything. I can actually see a lot more than it's surprising. What I will do is I'm going to try and see if I can get the camera to pick up through the visor. So I don't think anybody's ever done like a review like this. So let me pop this thing off. So to take it off while I'm doing it, there's a little lever right here. And it's hard to see with the smoke visors because you can't, really see into it that well. There it goes. But as you pull the lever, it releases, see how it moves, those clips? And those clips are right there. So that literally fits in there, bringing the shield all the way to the top, and then moving it a little in between all the way, or where it clicks to the top to all the way, is the sweet spot to get the visors on and off. So as you can see, I got it on and off pretty quick. And when it's not on the helmet, you can see it's not that bad. So I'll put it right over the lens. So that is the dark smoke. Now I have a light going to light, the scene up here as I'm doing the video, but nothing dark smoke. It's not bad. I do find on really sunny days that I'm going to run this visor and the internal visor to really get that direct sun glare off my face, okay? So the other really, really cool thing that I do, and I run, and the number one problem with people that are running full face helmets is the visor fogs up. That makes me crazy. I've never really liked riding with full face helmets because I'm sick and tired of the stupid damn visor fogging up. There's nothing worse than having to go down the road and it's cold, it's uncomfortable, and having to crack the front of the visor because you can't freaking see, all right? So if you look on the inside here, I'm going to put the part description. You see there's something in there, okay? And on the outside of this shield that I bought, see that little dot? Not a lot of people know, I've asked a lot of people about, do you know anything about Pinlock? It's called Pinlock. Sport bike guys know exactly what I'm talking about, but some of the cruiser guys are like, huh, what the hell's a Pinlock? So this is this came with the helmet. So it's equipped stock, okay? So what it is another little shield on the inside, but it has a silicone bead around the outside of that shield, okay? So what's the purpose of this? So the big purpose of this is just like in your house, you have a double pane window. So air gets trapped in between the outer visor and this little inner visor, and there's no fog. So it's like your windows in your house, your windows in your house don't fog every single time. Well, they may sometimes, but literally this doesn't. So I've tried it. I've had cold days where I've put the helmet on and I have my friends try on the helmet and I'm like, blow on the windshield. And they're like, it won't fog. It is literally the coolest thing in the world. We were riding back with a bunch of my buddies from New York, and then going through like 84 into Danbury out that way. And it was early in the morning, and like really early in the morning. And so that morning fog and that dew and all that stuff where it's starting to get warm, but it's still kind of cold. And as soon as you run through some of that stuff and you get into a cold area, as soon as you breathe, like the first time you breathe inside the helmet, the whole front visor is like, bam, fogged up. I got nothing. And I got my guys talking to me on my headset, all my buddies, and they're like, is your windshield fogging up? Because like, this is driving me nuts. And I'm like, no, because I got my Pinlock. So this is my wrapper for the Pinlock, the one that I bought. And once again, I'll put the description down below. And these are for HJC helmets. They say HJC all over, like this is Pinlock HJC visor, because it's an HJC helmet. So it's been rebranded for Harley-Davidson. Okay. So the different colors you can get, like you can get a smoked Pinlock lens for the clear visor. You can even get a yellow one. I was actually thinking about getting a yellow one and putting it on the clear. So if I have like low light conditions, or if it's like really, really dark, or I'm really, you know, like struggling, because yellow always kind of enhances, it brightens as much as it can. That's what yellow is for. So that's something I may do. It's all, you know, all up to the user. So another really cool thing that I had to search because I didn't know how to do it the right way is how to install the Pinlock visor on a shield. Okay. So if you notice, I'm going to zoom in here. So if you notice, let it focus here. If you notice, there's a pin, and then there's like a couple of different ways to connect this thing. So there's a hook where that pin fits into. Let me flip it a little bit more clear. Okay. So there's a flat part, and then there's the hook. So if you look at the Pinlock visor, there's going to be, you're going to want the pin side portion to be on the top and those flat pieces to go straight down. Okay. So I'm not going to do it on this one because I don't want it to pop out, because it literally is a really good tip. This is going to freak you out because it did when I first did it, but have faith. So you would take your visor insert in your right hand. You take this visor, put it like a football, okay? I don't know if you can see that. Like a football. So it's like in the side of my chest with the edge, okay? Grabbing the other side, and now this whole thing is on my forearm. I don't know if you can see that. And then literally, you're pulling this thing wide open. And then you drop your Pinlock in there and then let it go. And then, boop, that's how it goes in. They'll stretch, okay? If you try doing it like this, like with it out in the open, it's not going to work. You're going to get fingerprints all over the place, and it's going to make you crazy. Because I don't know about you, but fingerprints on the visors make me insane. So that's how you put them on. So it's going to save you some money. Like we were talking about, like money saving tips and tricks and whatnot. I mean, there's the helmet itself that you can save some money on if you wanted to get the HJC. But the big part is like all the chemicals and the gimmicks and stuff that, I mean, they're not really gimmicks. I mean, there's anti-fog stuff that you can put on the visors, but, or you can just buy a Pinlock, you know, lens and put a Pinlock lens on there and call it a day. You know it's going to work instead of a coating or a cream, or, you know, I've actually heard somebody, they actually had a lighter and they light the inside of this thing. I don't know. I would just do I think these are like maybe $20, $15. They're not that expensive at all. And just run it. So another thing you can get with these helmets, which is really cool. So if you ride in the cold, like I do, I don't care because I like riding my bike, this is called a chin curtain, okay? Now mine came in the mail, and I'll put the link down below as well. Mine came in the mail like this, okay? With the flat buttons facing out. I'm a pretty smart guy. I literally looked at this thing like a square peg in a round hole for quite some time. Because if you look on the helmet, on the inside, there's red buttons, but the plugs are on the inside here. So I'm like, it won't stick. So I'm thinking about flipping the plugs, and I'm like, this can't be this difficult. So if yours is like this, flip it. Okay, so one way, another way. Okay, so now the plugs are facing out. All right. So see those right there? See this? Try doing this backwards. They clip in. There we go. So they clip in, and now you have a chin curtain. I know these are pretty inexpensive. So now when you're riding, it kind of, see how it fills that gap in right there? So there's no cold air that's going to kind of blow up underneath your chin. And then the microphone slides right in between those two. So if you run this Senna or Cena, wherever way you want to say it. Okay. So that's my setup. I really enjoy it. I've put some miles on this thing, and I really like it. I bought the Harley one because I was there, and I just bought it. Some of the features and benefits of buying it from the dealer is if you buy it from the dealer, you can wear it home that day. Buying it on Amazon, you're gonna have to wait for it to ship. It looks like right here, shipping. It looks like you can get it by free delivery by Thursday, and I'm doing this video on a Monday. So it's like a 2-day, 3-day turnaround. You could probably get it sooner by paying more money. I don't know if the HJC comes with a helmet sock. This is the one that came with mine. It has a Harley-Davidson logo on it. It's kind of like, you know, those gym bags that have like the pull string. It's set up like that. I always keep my helmet in the bag, just to have it. Mine came with this book that's got, you know, 30 different languages on how to basically do what I just explained. Some people are wondering what kind of a attachment it has. It has the, you know, the double D-ring attachment with a clip, so you can clip the tail of the strap there. It's got this little HD logo on the, so when you like want to loosen it up, you just pull this thing and it loosens up. All the cheek pads, everything comes out. It's got moisture wicking material. It can be washed. Same thing with all the other helmets. I really like it. I'm sold on the modulars. I used to kind of be like, nah, with the modulars, but now I really like them. It's a good helmet. It really does the job, and it's lightweight. It's got a nice seal around the outside lip of the helmet. The cams to put the shields on and off are really easy. Just to put my money where my mouth is, I'll put this shield back on here. So, especially with it being dark. So that one's already on. And then I'll go to this side. It's on. That's it. Done deal. Of course, I'm going to take this off and take all the fingerprints off of it, because I'm going to go insane if I decide to wear it and have 1,000 fingerprints on it. But that's what I run. I enjoy it. Can't say it enough. It's probably one of the best helmets, if not the best helmet that I've used so far. And yeah, I got my box still, because I'll store the helmet in the box. Yeah, can't complain. So otherwise, that's pretty much that. If you have any other questions about the helmet, leave them in the comments below. There's going to be a link as usual. Subscribe to the channel if you so please. We're going to try to do as many cool product reviews and updates as we can. Next to the subscribe button, make sure you click the bell so you can be notified when I post some new videos. Stay tuned for the Senna or Cena, whichever way you want to explain it, review. This is another really cool piece of equipment, and hope you smash the like button, and thank you again, and we'll see you next time. Much appreciated.